Come on, kids. Gather round. Listen up. Magic clap. M-A-G-I-C-C-A-M-P. Let's go. M-A-G-I-C-C-A-M-P. Let's do it.
Magic clap. Clap. Magic clap.
It's like a hot wire, baby, when we put it together. When the sparks fly, we'll ignite the future forever. Then here's the last kiss, Martin Navigator Coretta.
It's like a paparazzi picture when I flash my Beretta.
Got scars on my back, truth on my tongue.
Had the money in my hand when that alarm got rung. Wanna breathe fire, freedom for my lungs. Tell Homeland Security we are the bomb.
Clap. Magic clap. Clap. Magic clap.
Oh yeah, getting closed up. This is the mean for the overthrow. Waiting on the concrete road to grow. Doing lines that ain't quotable. Counting up all that dough you owe, you ain't supposed to know. It's impossible. We are not disposable. Muscle kick, we got blows to throw. To the folks in prison, there'll be no decision.
We make the motor move, they chauffeur driven. Right now we can't shine right like a broken prism. I'll take it out the boat, pieces of broke, I'm in the clear.
Magic clap. Clap. Magic clap.
Good evening, tonight we bring to you. Going out streets at the scene to you. 45 shares at the dance to the beat. Summer's so loud in the cans of the speech. Let that bang should blink out. Race get locked in the quick to die. Salary cap on a birth certificate. Notarized lines that birds to drink with. Morning players for the car to start. Hand in the whiskey and a heart to heart. Open and tracks you can flash and run. While agony chasing with a badge and gun. Poetry shouting from the squeal of the bus. Breaking pins in the air trying to feel for an escape flash in my eyes like magic snap. We slide back to some magic clap. Come on, do it with me. Come on, do it with me. Come on, do it with me. Let's go. Yeah.
The Coup, right here, live on KEXP.
KEXP
Yes, yes.
stands for expectations. Let's try to do this. We got great ones. History has taught me some strange arithmetic. Using swords, and bars, and pistol bricks. English is the art of bombing towns, while assuring that you really only bless the ground. Science is the honorable for study, when you contort the molecules and then you make that money. Mathematics, dead children don't get at it, but they count the cost of bullets coming out the automatic. And I'm preacher, my hands up. Please don't make me a victim. Preacher, stand up. Need to tell us how to flip this system. Teacher, my hands up. Please don't make me a victim. Preacher, stand up. Need to tell us how to flip this system. Go! Economics is a symphony of hunger and theft. Water shells open, echo out the cash from checks. In geography classes, borders, mountains, and rivers. But they will never show the line between the takers and givers. Algebra is that unique location in which a school could say that there should be a balanced equation. This is a tool of the complicity.
us new sounds from the Coup. Thank
Yeah.
y'all. Fantastic.
Yeah, no. It's a pleasure to be here.
Indeed, indeed. The new album,
It's called Sorry to Bother
Sorry
You.
to Bother You.
That's good.
Yes.
People don't know about it, and we're spreading the word.
You're
so
right. I have
that's
been
good.
slapping
now
it
we're
even though.
teaching you.
I appreciate
Teaching you
it.
that we got a new album out.
This album is it's my favorite Coup record since Steal This album.
Oh,
I gotta
cool.
say, I feel like and those are very different records, obviously.
Yeah.
And you guys started kind of bringing in the live instrumentation around that record, I believe.
Well, actually, we had live instruments from the very first album.
Okay.
It's just that at first it was not cool if you were doing hip hop to have live instruments.
Right.
But we did it because we wanted to have our own mix of things and also just do it our own way. But
Sure.
we tried to make it sound like a sample.
Right.
Like just in the EQing and everything like that. But if you listen to it, you see that it's all live.
That makes sense. I always felt like there was a lot more live elements in rap from the Bay, especially in the 90s in general.
Well, I mean, like in our mind, it wasn't something new.
Yeah.
We were actually, like Dr. Dre
Continuing
always
to-
had
Right.
live, all the NWA stuff.
Right.
So that was the whole thing. If you were making records for people with sound systems,
Yeah.
you wanted it to be like clear and the bass to be cool, and you
Right.
didn't want your voice so much far up over the music, which you
Right.
have to do when you have a sample.
Right.
So that's the way that started.
Right on. And this album, I feel like it continues a lot of the musical themes from Pick a Bigger Weapon, but it's a lot more aggressive musically. Like it's got this punk edge. I'm really feeling it. Heard a little bit on the last album,
Yeah.
but I really feel it on this record. Was that kind of a conscious choice, or is that just something that you organically got to?
Well, I say this, although all the other albums had live instruments,
Yes.
we never used to have live drums. I always
Okay.
programmed the drums because I thought, okay, this is what hip-hop listeners want to hear.
Yeah.
And so I think with this album, one, I wanted to make the album sound more like the live show.
Yeah.
And two, we want the live show to kill.
Right.
So, we keep that going. But I think that yeah, it's a development. Like as we go and as we do shows and things like that, we see a certain energy that we want to give off. And that the other thing is that we didn't want to make it smooth,
Right.
because I think that makes people turn off. Even if you like the lyrics and stuff,
Right.
it just did what felt good, what
Yeah.
felt what we were passionate about, and it came out like that.
For sure. I think it brings out the intensity that's always there in your lyrics, in the imagery, and the real demands, the real perspective coming through. I think really is really singing, because the music is just like so much in your face. The last one was a great record. We played the hell out of it here, but it was just real fun and funky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is I love this record a
Thank
lot, even if I forgot the album title. Forgive me for that.
Thank you.
This is the first album since you guys suffered a big setback in 2006, the bus crash and everything. I know that was tough. You guys lost a lot of equipment. People got hurt. What?
Yeah. Silky right here, she had her lung punctured in 3 places.
Wow.
No, 3 broken ribs and a punctured lung.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Ugly.
Yeah. Did I mean, how was the process of kind of bouncing back as a unit and getting creative again? I mean, was there any kind of lull or lag or?
Well, I mean, like when you go through something like that was, we all almost died.
Yeah.
So, you go through different sort of emotional stages. But then at the end, your landlord knocks on the door and said, maybe you should make another album.
Right.
Because
Hey, what was the title of your first one?
yeah, exactly. So yeah. But so you end up, you have to. I think like everything in the system, everyone is working harder
Yeah.
to produce more for less money.
Right.
Right. So, even with art, in order to remain an artist, you got to keep producing and keep putting it out there, producing something, either a live event or a recording or things like that. You don't really have time to just sit back and not do anything. And, you know, you could say that that's bad, but it's also good because probably, you know, like I think that when you put yourself in a position where you have to create art in order to survive, that's oftentimes the only way that people end up, you know, continuously producing, because the rest of life can overshadow, you know, your creativity. You can, you know, you can easily get lost in everything else that it takes to survive, and never be able to get around to that time to create. So, you know, to a certain extent, the things that we put out have to do with trying to make a movement to change that situation. Right. But at the same time, that's one of the reasons that we keep putting out music, is because it's my only viable job option. Right. So, you know, we put ourselves in that situation, and we're putting out music. But at the same time, we don't, you know, it's obviously not just about that, because, you know, there would be a different route to go if it was just about getting paid. Right. So, like, the music would probably sound a lot different. It would be much smarter than, even with putting out a political message. You know, you might say it would be much smarter to put out an album that sounds like whatever is the top selling album right now. But at the same time, I know for people to feel what we're talking about, we have to be passionate about what we're doing, and hope that what people key into, even though it sounds different or whatever, is that feeling and that passion. And, you know, that's what we try to do. We got great musicians coming together to make music and putting fire and life into it.
I think everything you just said is exactly why so many people have been rocking with you for, 20 years at this point? Yeah. Because you guys have never compromised what you're about for, you know, current sound or vibe or anything. Even if those synced up for a second. You know, it was never about trying to chase a dollar.
Yeah, well, actually, we've always been accused of not being with the times. So, and that's one reason why people could still listen to our stuff, because we never, you know, the first review that came out about us was for our EP, and Danielle Smith, who ended up becoming the editor of Vibe or something like that, she wrote it, and she was like, it seems like Boots is still trying to find his sound. And the truth is, I still am. Sure. And because it's always been a little off kilter, right at first there's a lot of people that are like, oh, that sounds weird, but then a couple years later they're like, oh, that's a classic album. Yeah. You know, because you can still listen to it, and it didn't, you know, we never had the house remix or the two-step remix or
the hip house remix with the saxophone.
Yeah, exactly. We never had whatever, you know, we never had the Neptune song or whatever, you know. So we didn't get caught in that time bubble.
With all the different like label situations you must have had at this point, I mean, nobody ever was like sweating you like, yo, let's get Dark Child to remix a song or get Brandy on the hook or something crazy.
I will say that at first, you know, I was real hard-headed, right? Mm-hmm. The first album, we would go around complaining how the label was trying to shape our music and do all this kind of stuff. But it was things like, you know, our first album, we had no choruses. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there was no verse that was less than a minute and a half long. Right. And, you know, and things like that. So they would be like, maybe if you put a chorus in it, something that people could sing along with. And I would be like, no sellout. Right. And then they'd be like, okay, maybe, you know, we want to do this tour of colleges. Like, colleges? I'm not touring colleges. What? This is a hip-hop group. Right. You know? Like, there were a lot of things like that were, like, you know, actually good advice.
For sure. I mean, that was,
we turned down.
That was the time, you know, when you were really seeing real sellout. I mean, you're still seeing it now, but that was the first time you were seeing that real hip hop sellout stuff, the Vanilla Ices and so on and so forth. And so there was a big reaction to that. So, you know, that's only natural.
Yeah, yeah. But so after that point, any label that messes with us, they know what they're getting. Right. They're messing with us because of that. It's not like they don't, you know, I don't think the label expected that the first week of this album was going to go platinum. Right. You know, that's because they're being realistic. But what they do expect is that we're gonna be working this, and people are gonna slowly hear about it, and they're gonna like it and tell more people about it.
Is that kind of the process you've observed has happened with your records over time?
Yeah, I mean, so we have a whole bunch of different groups of fans.
Yeah.
We have, because when we first started out, we were on BET and MTV and all that sort of stuff. So we have a whole group of fans that only knew about us because they were plugged into those channels.
Yeah.
And they weren't plugged into other channels. And they're like, when are you going to put out another album? Right? They don't know about the other albums. Then we got people that come along with each album and think we're a new group. There's a lot of people that think Pick a Bigger Weapon is our first album. There's a lot of people that think Party Music is our first album.
Wow.
And so our crowds are varying, ages of folks and varying scenes too.
Yeah.
So it's it's a blessing and a curse because you want people to know about it, but at the same time it's something that people feel like it's something new and present. It's not just nostalgic.
Right.
There are some people that'll come out and yell out for us to do the obscure song from the first album or whatever, and that we're not gonna do. Just to let you know, if you come to the show, maybe we will do it. But but they're not coming just because they want to remember back then.
Right.
And I probably wouldn't be doing it if that's what it was. If
Right.
it was just like, oh, I'm gonna do the same sound that I've been doing.
Right. So we're not going to hear the Coups doing Genocide and Jews front to back at Bonnaroo type kind of that nostalgia tour joint.
I mean, everybody has their line of where they might sell out. But
Sure.
No, that's not selling out.
No, I feel you.
I mean, I'm not against doing that, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying us as a thing, we're constantly creating,
Yeah.
constantly, being new.
Yeah.
So I don't have any problem with doing the old songs. We do the old songs, because those were songs we liked.
Yeah.
But it's not just about that.
But if that was all,
Yeah.
if it was only that,
Right.
not so much.
Nah, y'all are not one of those groups that people look to for the nostalgia tour. You guys,
Right.
at least to me, have always struck me as something that's very vital. There's always a new record every few years. You know what I mean? And it's like musically adventurous. Always has.
Well, it has to be exciting as we're making it.
Right.
Otherwise, you don't. I've been in situations where you get to something where it's like, we're gonna make this song because it really seems like what other people like.
Yeah.
And you honestly think that, and I've seen it happen so many times, and then you end up with a song you don't like, and you hope somebody else likes. If you don't like it, probably nobody else is.
Right. No doubt.
And so yeah.
So I got to ask, I'm sure you've been all over the place doing music all around the world. Everybody knows how outspoken you are, what your views are, or they have an idea of what they are. When seeing more of the world, is that shaped? Has that informed where you're coming from, seeing how people are living in different parts of the world?
I think it just has reinforced the idea that what we talk about, even though a lot of the songs come from a subjective and local perspective, I have always felt comfortable doing that because I know that everybody's going through some version of that. And that, and so, seeing that has confirmed that.
Right on.
We just performed in Italy, and we were in Venice, and they're doing in the Bay, we got side shows in Venice on their boats. They got side shows everywhere on Friday night. Friday night about 6 o'clock, people trying to figure out what they're doing tonight. Every night when the first of the month is coming out around the world, people are trying to figure out how they're going to pay the rent. Right. There's so many things, and the link is the system that we're in. Right. The link is the system that we're in. That as I said, we have to keep producing, just to have a place to live and something to eat, and that's common. People do it in different languages with different clothing styles, different kinds of food, all that kind of stuff. But it's all linked to that.
Right on.
So, and traveling has confirmed that.
Right on. Well, you taking us on a trip here, KEXP. Right now, should we get back into some music? And now we've been talking for a minute. People want to hear some more tunes.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
New sounds from the Coup.
They got the army turning bullets in the gold. They got the hookers turning tricks in the cold. And every time the police kicks in the door, and ain't gas brake dips in the O. And even if a depot flips in my O, it ain't nothing about shit anymore. Sleep in the doorway on the floor. Look in the sky, wait for missiles to show. It's finna blow, cause they got the TV, we got the truth. We got the proof. They got helicopters, they got the bombs, and we got the guillotine.
We got the guillotine, you better run. We got the guillotine. We got the guillotine, you better run. We got the guillotine. We got the guillotine, you better run. We got the guillotine. We got the guillotine, you better run. Don't talk about it, it's not a show. Be about it, it's about to go, yeah. Don't talk about it, it's not a show.
Spit the dope lines, I don't snort them. Tell the boss car police to escort them. You don't write them lies, you just quote them. Get offline, plug into this modem. No, you can't outvote them, the rules are still golden. Only jewels we hold in the guard, not scrotum. If you press your ear to the turf that is stolen, you can hear the sound of limitations exploding. Please, sir, may we have another portion? Children of the beast that dodge the abortion. Check place, primary court, and enforce them. Cut shit down, don't call it extortion. Caution, coming for your head. Call the feds to get filed to shred. Every textbook read to bring you the bread. Guess what we got you instead?
We got the guillotine. We got the guillotine, you better run. We got the guillotine. We got the guillotine, you better run. We got the guillotine. We got the guillotine, you better run. We got the guillotine. We got the
Yes, yes.
The Coup up in the spot. You got one more?
I think we got one more.
All right.
The loose and slip knotted in a fourth quarter eyed and pumped through the carotid. Anybody got it in patch pill or tonic? Get your credit card slotted and sign it on a dotted. Billionaires are squatted on a magna cum laude. Holla, take my wallet, make the people robotic, catatonic or harmonic with what they've been allotted and methodically declined against those who find it. Posted is 100 cause some money bag knotted and dropped the thought product of a hovergraph upon it. Dollars turning table, boardroom and periodic. Listen to the sonics going through your electronics. You can catalog it as harmonic or atomic. House and never win. I'm bombing molecules turning to solids. Some pray to the Christ, look to Buddha or Muhammad. Some pray to the crack of a rich man's pocket. The biggest advance was plumbing to the process. Not a scientific process, got hijacked for profit. Flows in the direction that a silver spoon provided. We'll get signs for the people when we run the economics.
Science is smoking.
Live here on KEXP. Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you for having us.